Question 1. What is the primary purpose of creating subnets within a larger virtual network, VPC/VNet, in a cloud environment? Option A. To reduce the overall cost of network traffic for the entire virtual network. Option B. To segment the network for improved organization, security, and efficient IP address management. Option C. To directly connect the virtual network to the public internet without the need for any gateways. Option D. To increase the total number of IP addresses available in the entire VPC/VNet beyond its CIDR block. The correct answer is to segment the network for improved organization, security, and efficient IP address management. Here's the explanation. Subnets logically divide a larger virtual network into smaller, more manageable segments. This enables better organization of resources, allows for the implementation of granular security policies between segments, and helps in the efficient allocation and conservation of IP addresses. Question 2. Which statement accurately describes the relationship between subnets and availability zones, AZs, in a typical cloud architecture, e.g., AWS VPC or Azure VNet? Option A. A single subnet can span multiple availability zones to ensure high availability for resources. Option B. A subnet is always confined to a single availability zone, but a VPC/VNet can span multiple AZs. Option C. Availability zones are optional for subnets and are only used for very high-performance applications. Option D. Subnets are independent of availability zones and can be placed anywhere within a cloud region. The correct answer is a subnet is always confined to a single availability zone, but a VPC/VNet can span multiple AZs. Here's the explanation. To ensure fault isolation, each subnet in cloud environments like AWS VPC or Azure VNet is tied to a single availability zone, while the overall virtual network, VPC/VNet, can span multiple AZs. Individual subnets are specific to one AZ, allowing for high availability by deploying resources across subnets in different AZs. Question 3. When a cloud provider, like AWS, allocates a subnet with a CIDR block of 10.0.1.0/24, how many usable IP addresses are typically available for customer instances, considering standard reservations for network, broadcast, gateway, and DNS resolver? Option A. 256. Option B. 254. Option C. 251. Option D. 249. The correct answer is 251. Here's the explanation. A 24 CIDR block represents 256 IP addresses, from 10.0.1.0 to 10.0.1.255. Cloud providers typically reserve the first 4 IP addresses: network address, gateway, DNS resolver, and a future use address, and the last IP address, broadcast address. Therefore, 256 to 5 equals 251 usable IP addresses. Question 4. A company wants to establish a secure, encrypted connection between its on-premises data center and an Azure virtual network over the public internet. They need to ensure that entire networks can communicate and require dynamic routing capabilities for automatic route propagation. Which type of VPN gateway connection and routing method would be most appropriate? Option A. Point-to-site VPN with policy-based routing. Option B. Site-to-site VPN with route-based routing, BGP enabled. Option C. VNet to VNet VPN with static routing. Option D. ExpressRoute gateway with policy-based routing. The correct answer is site-to-site VPN with route-based routing, BGP enabled. Here's the explanation. Site-to-site S2S VPNs connect entire networks, and route-based VPNs with BGP Border Gateway Protocol Enabled, provide dynamic routing, which is essential for automatic route propagation and failover between Azure and on-premises networks. Point-to-site is for individual clients, and ExpressRoute uses a private connection, not the public internet. Question 5. When deploying an Azure VPN gateway, which specific subnet name and minimum size are required for the gateway resources to function correctly? Option A. Any subnet name is allowed, but it must be at least 28. Option B. The subnet must be named Gateway Subnet and be at least 27 or larger. Option C. The subnet must be named VPN Gateway Subnet and be exactly 29. Option D. No dedicated subnet is required. The VPN gateway can reside in any existing subnet. The correct answer is the subnet must be named Gateway Subnet and be at least 27 or larger. Here's the explanation. The Azure VPN gateway requires a dedicated subnet named Gateway Subnet within the Azure VNet. This subnet must be at least 27 or larger to accommodate the gateway resources and potential future scaling. Question 6. A remote employee needs to securely access an application running on a virtual machine in an Azure VNet from their home computer. They should not be assigned a public IP address for the VM. Which Azure VPN gateway feature is designed for this scenario? And what authentication methods does it support? Option A. Site-to-site VPN supporting pre-shared key and BGP authentication. Option B. VNet to VNet VPN supporting Azure AD and RADUS authentication. Option C. Point-to-site VPN supporting Azure Native Certificate, Azure Active Directory, or RADUS authentication. Option D. ExpressRoute Gateway supporting only private IP-based authentication. The correct answer is Point-to-site VPN supporting Azure Native Certificate, Azure Active Directory, or RADUS authentication. Here's the explanation. Point-to-site P2S VPN allows individual remote clients to establish a secure, encrypted connection to an Azure VNet. It supports Azure Native Certificate, Azure Active Directory, or RADIUS for authentication, enabling secure access without exposing VMs to the public internet. Question 7. An organization needs a high-throughput, low-latency, and highly reliable connection between its on-premises data center and Azure for mission-critical applications. They want to bypass the public internet entirely. Which Azure networking service is best suited for this requirement? Option A. Site-to-site VPN Gateway. Option B. Point-to-site VPN Gateway. Option C. Azure ExpressRoute. Option D. Azure Virtual WAN. The correct answer is Azure ExpressRoute. Here's the explanation. Azure ExpressRoute provides a private, dedicated, high-throughput, and low-latency connection between your on-premises network and Microsoft Azure data centers, bypassing the public internet. Site-to-site VPNs use the public internet, and Virtual WAN is an aggregation service that can utilize ExpressRoute but isn't the direct connection itself. Question 8. You are configuring an ExpressRoute circuit. You need to enable connectivity from your on-premises network to Azure virtual machines and internal Azure PaaS services deployed within your virtual networks using private IP addresses. Which ExpressRoute peering type should you configure? Option A. Microsoft peering. Option B. Azure private peering. Option C. Public peering. Deprecated. Option D. Global peering. The correct answer is Azure Private Peering. Here's the explanation. Azure Private Peering is used for connecting to Azure IaaS, virtual machines, private IP addresses, and PaaS services deployed within your virtual networks. It exchanges routes using private IP addresses. Microsoft Peering is for public Azure PaaS endpoints and Microsoft 365 services. Question 9. An organization has two on-premises data centers, each connected to Azure via separate ExpressRoute circuits in different ExpressRoute peering locations. They want to enable direct, private network connectivity between these two on-premises data centers using the existing ExpressRoute infrastructure. Which ExpressRoute feature should they utilize? Option A, ExpressRoute Gateway. Option B, Azure Private Peering. Option C, ExpressRoute Global Reach. Option D, Virtual Network Peering. The correct answer is ExpressRoute Global Reach. Here's the explanation. ExpressRoute Global Reach is an add-on feature that allows you to link multiple ExpressRoute circuits together, enabling private network connectivity between your on-premises sites connected to different ExpressRoute circuits. It provides direct on-premises to on-premises connectivity across the Microsoft network. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.